Welcome. It is FieldTalk Podcast. Once again, your host, FieldTalk Benzi, and the two other lovely hosts at FieldTalk Just at South Talk Soccer. Today we are bringing you Premier League Match Week 7 recap. Am I
Yes.
correct? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Sal. You always have it covered. Today is Tuesday, November 3rd, 8:39 p.m. Eastern, 5:39 Pacific. It is also election day, but that's all I'm going to say on it. Hopefully, you went out and vote. If you
Kanye.
didn't, so be it. You didn't vote. I'm not going to go and look up if you did or didn't. I really don't care. I just, you did your part, you did, whatever. Anywho, how you guys doing?
Doing great.
I'm doing great. I bid on an Arsenal jersey that the Galaxy have up for auction, so I'm good.
Oof, it ties right into today's grand topic. Are you gonna one main question I have for everybody that listens or watches, whether it be YouTube or streaming app? Do you guys jam out to the intro? Because
it's so funny that you said that, bro, because I was gonna say before we started that like sometimes I'll be at work and I'll just hear the intro in my head. You know what I mean? Just be like, yeah.
Well, for one, you guys don't get to see it, but Jay is always jamming out when it's playing, so I'm sure he does hear it in his head when he's at work. But yeah, I just find it very, it just pumps you up in like a very chill way. It's super cool. So that was just a question I had. If you guys want to, leave a comment, yay, nay, just so I know. Maybe I'll change it up. But for the time being, it's super cool, and I'm enjoying it. The more we play it, and I've heard it. How many days straight now?
Yeah,
just about
marathon.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. How you guys doing, by the way? Did I ask that already?
You did.
You did.
But I can tell you again. I'm great.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Sal's buying or bidding on an Arsenal jersey. You're doing great. You're munching on some pizza. It looked like.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, nobody saw you. I'm just asking. I saw you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I don't eat on the show.
He was munching on some pizza.
He's creeping on us. He's creeping on us when we're on here, and he's like on the bottom that you guys can't see.
There goes his diet goals down the drain. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's just get into it. We gotta look over some interesting scores that happened this weekend. Our predictions are all over the place. And if you watch Champions League and you listen to our prediction from yesterday, goodness gracious, were we off? And especially in one game. Sal, I'm sorry, man.
Hey, I got it one way.
Yeah, exactly. It went the other way around.
Jesus Christ.
So let's break into the games. We start off with Wolverhampton hosting Crystal Palace on Friday. That was 30th October. And you guys got that one right. I had all my cards on Crystal Palace, but I'm going to say that the red card had to maybe play an issue there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't really, but you guys got the spoils there. So Wolverhampton 2, Crystal Palace 0. I wasn't able to watch it. Down with the peacock once again.
Now it actually comes true.
Yes, now it's true because I actually got to try out the peacock that supposedly, it's good to go. And boy, oh boy, yeah, that was wrong. So we move on. Saturday, Halloween. Excuse me, if you heard that. Saturday, 10:31 October. Sheffield United hosting Man City. Did anybody here go for the upset? I think we all did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Sheffield, you let us down. I don't know. But you see, as Man City continues doing this 1-0 win in the league, and then when it comes to Premier League, I called it right today. I completely called
Champions League.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Thank you. So, yeah. Man City takes the 1-0 win away at Sheffield United. Do we have any stats on that game? Let's see. Man United.
3 shots on target for Sheffield and 16 for Man City.
Yeah.
That's already a glaring thing. And then the other glaring one,
Possession.
yeah, possession is 30% swing for
Yeah.
City.
Yep. So there you go. There's your mainstay there. And then we move on to Burnley, another Saturday game, hosting Chelsea, the almighty Chelsea. And boy, oh boy, are they looking like it a little bit. Chelsea 3, Burnley nil. Chelsea takes the 3 points away at Burnley. What do we got stats wise there? Good Jay.
We got Ziyech, Zuma, and Werner. Oh, Werner, Sal's boy Werner on the board,
Mhm.
making things happen. And it's like similar to the game we just talked about. Chelsea's got 14 shots, Burnley only 5. No shots on target for Burnley. 9 of the shots that Chelsea had were on target. Possession 30% in Chelsea's favor, 64% to 36%. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? For me, at least, that's what I look at. Like, yo, who had the ball? How many times did you shoot on target?
Yeah.
And I can
It
see
it usually makes the difference. There are those games where the team wins 1-0 and they just defended the whole game and they got shot on a
Mhm.
thousand times.
they
So
just pulled a Burnley, basically.
yeah, which is quite odd because Burnley took it to Tottenham the match week prior, and Tottenham scraped away with a very hard fought win 1-0 thanks to Heung-min Son. So you would have expected Burnley to maybe come out, but maybe there's a difference in squads when it comes down to Chelsea and Tottenham, or Burnley just didn't come to play.
There's that.
Yeah, and Ziyech is scored, right? That was his league debut.
Yes, his
Yeah,
league start.
his first league, start. So it wasn't his debut, or was his
No, he
debut?
debuted last week.
Well, off the bench, right?
Yeah, off the bench. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he scored. He started. All right, Roger. And then we move on to Liverpool hosting West Ham.
Damn
We're
it.
we're close to at least getting a
Close.
draw,
Oh
Close.
man.
So close, bro.
but
Ah,
Liverpool
players.
sneaks away with a 2-1 win thanks to Diogo Jota in the 85th minute. Stats though, for a 2-1 game, you would have expected tighter stats from both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have them? Do you have them on you, Jay?
Yeah, I do actually. Well, I do, and then this is funny because it's like again the stat again its possession is crazy.
Oh,
Liverpool had 73% possession of the ball versus Burnley 27%. 9 shots for Liverpool, 4 for West Ham. Did I call them Burnley?
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 27% of the
I didn't even
27%
notice.
possession for West Ham, and then 4 shots for West Ham, 9 shots for Liverpool, 5 on target for Liverpool, 3 for West Ham. So they're a little bit accurate. But yeah, that's I mean it's really like oh my god, 827 passes for Liverpool versus 300 for West Ham. Uh, I mean, I guess if you're from the outside looking in, it looks like pure domination, but Moyes
Yeah,
Wow.
is
Yeah. Moyes had better control of the game.
Moyes is up to something. Slowly but surely, he's going to figure it out. Unfortunately, they got scored on in the 85th, so
let
he wasn't able to sneak a win with at least a point in this one.
let's praise him in a loss.
Yeah, we have to, man.
Yeah.
He's still doing bits. The old Moyes would have been what?
What do you mean the old Moyes? That's the Moyes you like, right? I thought he was just the whole
Yeah,
pack
but
the whole time.
the West Ham that was last season, they probably would have got 4-0 instead of a 2-1. You know,
That's true.
so.
That's very true.
Like I was telling, like I brought up, not what was it, the last Premier League where he went to Red Bull Leipzig's academy to see like how they're training,
Right,
what
right,
their
right.
implementations
Yep.
are, and he's kind of taking from that. So
Yeah.
it seems to be doing something. Yeah, he lost, but he's gonna get it figured out one way or another. And with that win, Liverpool goes into first place in the Premier League with one of the leakiest defenses in the league.
Ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Uh,
And then we go to Aston Villa. Oh, this is Sunday. So we got done with Saturday. This is Sunday, 1st November. Aston Villa hosting Southampton. Boy, did we get a game. I feel like somebody called like a big goal scoring game. Sal, yeah. Aston Villa goes down 3-4 versus Southampton. The boy Danny Ings doing work. But on the other end, Jack Grealish is also having himself a good start to the season.
Yep.
I believe he's on 4 goals, 4 assists in 6 games, I think, for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good stats there for him. But our new boy, Danny Ings.
I think Danny Ings picked up an injury in that game, though.
I'm not aware of.
I think he did pick up an injury, if I'm not mistaken.
If you did, Danny Ings, get well soon because we love seeing you on the pitch over here at FieldTalk. So what are the stats there, my guy Jay?
What you need to know is that Aston Villa had 10 shots on target, 19 shots in total, 74% possession. No, I'm sorry, 56% possession. And they had 11 corners versus Southampton's 1 corner, and they lost. So, football. There you go. They dominated the game on paper and lost in real life.
How do you say this? Ward
Prowse.
Ward Prowse.
Right?
Yes, who's somebody that I would like to talk about. I mentioned that to Sal during the watch party.
But it was his birthday also.
Yeah.
Also a brace for the birthday. And that's a nice gift.
And then he also shouted out former Southampton player Gareth Bale with his golf swing celebration. Awesome.
That is interesting. That's a good one. I was about to do something on a computer and I'm not even using it. Well, except for this. It goes to show you where my head's at right now. Newcastle United hosting Everton. This was also Sunday, 1st November. Newcastle pulls out the 2-1 win.
Oh, I called it.
You did call it. Everton seems to slowly be making their way out of the top 6. So far, they're still kind of hanging on. Will they pick up the form that they started the season with again, or are these injuries and catching up to them?
Injuries, man. Injuries.
Yep.
That's the only reason I picked Newcastle for this game is because these boys are hurt out there.
What are the stats? If you can hit me up with those, I'd be interested to hear.
Ooh, golly, Everton went 90% pass accuracy, and they had more shots, the same amount of target. They both teams had 4 shots on target. Everton had 15 to overall and more possession. And again, another team with all the possession. It looked to be dominating, accurate passing, more shots, takes the L.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Huss again. Hold on, man. Thank you, Huss, for pulling up again. And no, sir, no politics on FieldTalk.
No.
We are not political. You can go check them out. Go watch Joe Rogan, my man, if you want that politics.
Good having you again, Huss. Hope you're doing well. So I'm looking here at the lineup, and this is the lineup that they should have gone with after the Liverpool game. Sigurdsson in that spot for the boy James Rodriguez. And yeah, James Rodriguez didn't play this game. So you see, instead of making him play that last game where I believe they lost 1-0.
Who they play? Who was it they played?
I can't even remember.
Give me a second. 1-0 was
2-0 Southampton.
Yeah, Southampton.
They had a red card too in that game.
Yeah,
I forgot who got.
Digne.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, and that's another thing catching up to them. Red cards, with stupid red cards, and then injuries. Not having James available is just Ancelotti needs to let the team know that is not acceptable, especially with the start they had. So it is what it is. But Everton, come on, let's get a dub before international break. I'm going to say this next game because it was the main game of the weekend. Well, I'm looking forward to hear what you guys have to say. So I'm going to leave it. We skip that game and we go to Tottenham hosting Brighton. Bale scores in this game.
Did he really?
Yep.
I did not watch this game at all.
Mourinho takes a dig at the Madrid media. I'll get into that later. Tottenham takes the dub 2-1 against Brighton, Hove, and Albion. And provisionally, it had moved Tottenham into second. But with yesterday's Leicester City win, they are now down to third. But Sal, after the scores, we'll catch you up with what the table is looking like because it is very interesting.
Crazy stuff.
Yes. And then, round of applause really quick for this team I'm about to talk about. We have on Monday, Fulham hosting West Brom Albion. Congratulations, Fulham, your first win of the season. I believe you're still in the bottom three. So that's just odd. So yeah, Fulham takes the 2-0 win against West Brom. West Brom are always been there on the cusp of getting a win, and either they lose or they just pull out the draw. But in this situation, they weren't even close. Can you give me the stats on this game, Jay?
I could, but it's really, really interesting because I just want to talk about how much we shitted on Fulham on this channel, and they just went out there and just scored 2 goals, bro. What did we all Benzie special this one, or how'd that go?
We did.
Okay.
We did.
So Fulham looked like they were ready to play today. 13 shots versus West Brom's 10, I believe. Yes. 6 on target. So they were out there playing. They did lose the possession battle. Obviously didn't matter here. 76% pass accuracy. 5 corners. And let's see. Goal scorers were Reed and I can't say that name. Anya?
Bro, what are you trying to say?
Aina.
Ola Aina. I'm not the pronunciation guy on the show, clearly. So
that's a good name. That's actually a cool name.
Yeah.
What was the possession battle? You said the Fulham lost it. Was it close?
Yeah, it was close. 10%. So it was 45% possession for Fulham and then 55% for Albion.
Okay.
So we might have a pretty decent game.
Yes, he does, Husk. He does own the Jags, and he also owns AEW Wrestling. So there's your what do you call it? I don't know what I was going with this.
Sal tidbit.
Yes, Sal tidbit for the day.
It's funny because I was gonna point that question into your direction, Sal, because I had a feeling that you would know the answer, and you did.
Yeah.
Round of applause for Sal, everybody. Round of applause. So now the last game of the week, match week 6, we have Leeds United hosting Leicester City. Sal called, I believe, another crazy shootout.
I did. I'm calling all these crazy shootouts this time around.
Leicester City picks up the win thanks to Tielemans, Vardy, and I don't know who the other scorer was, but they win 4-1 away at Leeds United. Leicester City. Sorry, correction. Vardy party. Tielemans is very a player that we probably should have been given.
Yeah, he's underrated.
Yeah, very underrated. We should have put him in the spotlight. I feel like maybe a couple weeks ago, and even last week, he had a good game against Arsenal in that one win. So Leicester City just is kind of like a more better Wolverhampton. I feel like they pick great players to fill in those systems or the system that they work. Wolverhampton just seems to go to one country and one country only, if you know what I mean. Portugal B. So with the scores all nice and taken care of, Sal, before we get into the best game of the weekend, or what should have been a better game, I guess from my point looking in, I'm not sure you guys watched it, so I'm looking forward to that. Sal, hit me with the Premier League table, senor?
So Liverpool are at top with 16 points. Leicester City 15, right behind them. Tottenham Hotspur 14 points on third place. Everton, Southampton, Wolverhampton, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Arsenal, all 3 points behind second place.
Yes.
And then bottom of the table, and this is where we are also wrong. Fulham is actually in 17th place.
Oh,
West Brom goes under, followed by Sheffield United and Burnley.
interesting.
And this one is for Jay. United slipped down 1 point, 1 spot.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Wait, did they? They're still at 15th. I thought they were at 15th last week.
Really? It says here that they slipped down.
Oh,
I think it was one of those things where, like, as games were being played, we were going up and down in that spot. I think something like that. Like, whatever though. 15, baby, for the dub.
So, the game of the weekend, you guys had a watch party.
Winning Champions League and being relegated in the same year.
Hey, Huss, I agree too, bro. I don't. There's nothing interesting about Burnley ever. Any season that I've watched the Premier League, nothing is interesting about them. I agree as well. I'd rather see like freaking QPR, Queens Park Rangers back. You know what I'm saying? That's a fun team. But yeah. Anyways, go ahead though. I'm not scared of this part right here. I actually have a lot to say
It's
about
funny
this
that you bring that up because I like when I was more heavy into FIFA, I'd watch FIFA YouTubers or whatnot, and I came across this Burnley fan, just totally obnoxious, and he would do like reactions to the games,
Mm-hmm.
and it just felt like you felt bad for the kid. You really did because they do enough. Yeah, they do enough to like stay in the league. But this season it's totally not even that. So that made me think of when reading that comment made me think of him for some reason. But yeah, we move in to Man United, Arsenal. The boys here at Sal and just held a watch party. How did that go, guys?
What do you mean? What exactly?
One, how did the watch party go? 2, how did the game go? And what are your takes from it? Whatever, the
watch party was lit. Huss was with us the whole time. A couple of people came in and out. I have been going on about how I was up for like 20 plus hours. I was drinking a bunch of wine. It was great. I mean, that is as far as how great it goes. After that, everything was downhill. Sal?
Yeah, it was great. We had people coming in and out, and that's what we want. I mean, since each watch party has had that result, but overall, it was good for me.
Mm-hmm. And what was that?
Oh, I mean, Arsenal won. First time in 14 years we go to, Old Trafford. Yeah, let me highlight that. 14 years. Yes, Jay.
So let's be clear, okay? The last time that Arsenal went to Old Trafford and won a league game, I was 18 years old. 18, okay? So I just want to put that out there so that you guys can take an in-depth look at my misery.
So
18!
You guys do the math and you'll know how old he is.
Oh, man. So, yes, I wasn't even 20 yet, everybody.
Oh, God.
So what were you guys' takes from the game, though? Like, what was good? What did you like? What did you not like?
Okay, so hear me out, right? Because I don't want to. Did my fish just die? Okay, never mind. I'll worry about that later. There's a fish floating on the top of the tank. It's crazy. Okay, but this is what I want to make sure because I don't want to take anything away from Arsenal actually winning the game and the game plan that they came out with. I don't want to take anything away from it, but I also want to like quell the overreaction. You know what I'm saying? Because like you got Roy Keane and all these old school legends and these pundits in the news like, oh, they were all abysmal and they're gonna down tools for Ali and they're gonna get him fired and they're so shit, this, that, and the third. Well, guess what? me, Sal, and our boy Huss watched the game. And the game was a very, very competitive game throughout. Arsenal were all over the place. They were fantastic in that first half, especially. But then in the second half, Man United actually turned up, and the diamond looked like the diamond. You know what I'm saying? And Arsenal were on the ropes for the first 10, 15 minutes of that second half. But then we all know what happened. I don't know what the hell Paul Pogba was thinking. Boom, penalty changes the game. United can't score. And to be fair, Aubameyang did score the penalty, but he was abysmal in that game. But
I'll carry on from that, in that the Arsenal front line was just, all three of them were abysmal. They couldn't find the net. I mean, even if you put the net like right in front of their faces, they probably skyrocketed over the damn net as well. Huss even said it. I mean, Lacazette at this point, what the hell is the man doing? 50 million, and what's he contributing at this point? You can't see nothing. At this point, just bring in one of the kids and let them have a go at it. They'll probably do better. I mean,
he's ruining Aubameyang, in my opinion.
Yeah, you have to slide Aubameyang into his spot and put Maitland-Niles into the left, and that's my opinion on it. But to also carry on the Pogba part, both Partey and Pogba went at it. They were going at it. It was a midfield battle, and that is what we wanted to see from our teams, that the midfields were just going at it back and forth, back and forth. And that's something that Roy Keane is like, he can just shove his little criticism up his behind for that carry. He's not playing anymore. And if he was playing, he'd probably be the first one to say, well, our team is shy, because of our manager. And that's the kind of person he was. But again, if he had tried that with Alex Ferguson would have chewed his ass out and probably had sent them to like Ukraine or something where no one would have heard from him again.
Oh, just rough, man.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the lineups here. Sal, you have mentioned before that Arsenal likes to, or Arteta, more not Arsenal, but Arteta likes to go with a 3-4-3.
Yeah.
Okay. So I find it interesting that we have El Neni in this game starting. And from what I read, he actually matched Thomas Partey, and I guess the overall what was expected of him and the squad for this game, and following through on Arteta's game plan. And then here I'm looking, you guys run you run the diamond, a 4-1-2-1-2. Greenwood and Rashford. Why Greenwood and not Cavani is my question.
Cavani's not ready yet. According to Ali, he had a press conference today. Is that he's not as fit as they would like him to be, but he's on his way. And basically the lineup that I predict, that fish is super dead. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it's basically the lineup that I predicted, except that McTominay started over Matic, which I don't understand, but whatever. Greenwood and Rashi simply because Cavani's just not ready yet, and then there's no Tony, which is, you'll see when we don't have Martial, it's a big difference to the fluidity up top and the hold-up play. So, but that's another story for another time.
My question, though, I'm going to stick with the Cavani point for a bit. He's not ready, but you bring him into the game. At what point did he come into the game?
Too late. So
like what, 80th minute then?
I think it was like
75th?
75th or something like that.
So he gave him about quarter of a half, basically.
Yeah, he's played, like, every time he's come on, he's played more than he played the last time. So, like I said, I think he's in line to get a start tomorrow against Istanbul, but we'll see.
Okay. It's just, I get it if he's not like fully fit. Sometimes, you at least give him 60 minutes just to see where they're at. And then I don't see why Greenwood couldn't come out at that point, but it is what it is. Fred got subbed. Who was he subbed for?
Van de Beek.
And then Van de Beek stayed in that hole?
No, actually, I'm wrong. Van de Beek came on for Bruno. Matic came on for Fred, which was weird. McTominay ended up staying on, which I don't understand, because we needed more creativity. So you don't take out Fred for Matic, you take out McTominay for Matic. But didn't get that. Fred was struggling, though. So Fred and McTominay were struggling a little bit.
So they weren't enjoying the form that they've been in recently.
No. Fred had some spots he misplaced a lot of passes, but that goes to that'll get into my further dub later on. We'll talk more about that. But yeah.
This is Thomas Partey's third game for Arsenal?
Yes.
How you liking him so far, Sal?
I love him. I mean, I mentioned during the watch party, it reminds me of Patrick Vieira, and that's something that Arsenal have needed for a very long time. That midfield captain, that person who can control that part of the field. And you mentioned it as well. I mean, Mohamed Elneny, I mean, he was just selfless that whole game. He for him, it was about the team and not him and as an individual. And kudos to Gabriel, just body slamming guys left and right without getting a yellow card because he was
not even a card, bro.
Well, it says here he has a yellow card.
He got what? He got
irrelevant. It was irrelevant because he should have had that should have been his 7th yellow card in that game. Yo, you know that wrestling move? What's that wrestling move, Mario? I forgot. Where you have the guy's head in a headlock like this, but he's face down, and then you run and just sit down and throw his head on the
bulldog. Yeah, no, he did that to Rashford as well.
Oh, yeah, he did it to Rashi too, bro. And
he just had his way with Greenwood and Rashford that whole game, and watching it was just like, the hell is he doing? But
and then Arsenal fans were on Twitter. They were turned up like, yeah, you see, bro. He like Gabriel got in their heads early, and they were shite the rest of the game. Which, to be fair, bro, kind of weird, bro. I mean, Rashford was dangerous, but it wasn't enough.
Wasn't clinical.
No.
So yeah, I'm sure Fulham's owner was writing that name down, Gabriel, future AEW athlete. But it's funny that you brought up that Thomas Partey Vieira comparison. I did see the article saying that Arsenal have found their Vieira Petit duo. If you don't know, Petit was another great French player. Started as a left back, moved himself into like a holding midfielder. And man, if Elneny's going to give it what you said he gave it, and be selfless and work with Thomas Partey in that midfield, Arteta, keep it going. But I'm looking at his lineup, and when I saw on Twitter Willian was playing, I was like, he learned. He put Willian on the left, Aubameyang in the middle, and kept the youngin or Pepe on the right. I'm looking at this now, and hearing what you guys have said. Like I said, get the hell out. All right, man. Have a good night, Hus. Thanks for joining.
Peace.
So yeah, Arsenal has, I guess, a bright future to look forward to. If this keeps going on, so we'll see how it goes. Who do each team play this upcoming week?
We have Everton.
You have Everton. Okay, so
Arsenal play Aston Villa.
All right. And just one last point for here. Looking at the stats: 8 shots for United, 7 for Arsenal, 2 shots on target apiece for each team, 54% possession for Man United, 46 for Arsenal. Pass accuracy is the same amount of fouls, same amount of yellow cards. 4 offsides for United to Arsenal's 0, and 6 corners to 3 for Man United in that department. How does it feel seeing your team in 15th with the ambition you had going into the season?
It's not surprising at all. Not surprised because that's where I've been seeing my team for the last 7 years. Mid-table, outside of top 4, trying to get into top 4. So it's really not hurting me like it would normally do. Now, if we were maybe 15 games in and this was still the case, then I'd probably be a little bit more sick.
Yeah, you're only 11 points behind from Liverpool, 7 games deep. You do have a game in hand, I believe. So yeah, you do. Just a very crazy peak to climb at the moment.
Yep. So, we love making it difficult for ourselves.
Good luck on that one. So we move on to some stats. It's been, I think, a while since we've done this. Uh, Goal leaders for the season. We have Calvert-Lewin with 8, Son Heung-min with 8, Mohamed Salah with 7, Jamie Vardy with 7, Patrick Bamford with 6, Harry Kane with 6, Callum Wilson with 6, and then the boy Danny Ings with 5. And we'll stop there because kind of just gets every players are just munched up together because they have the same amount of goals. What stood out to me there is Harry Kane 6, Son Heung-min or Heung-min Son, if you really want to say it. It's I don't know why they have it written that way. It's confusing. Um, with 8 goals, that's a total of 14 between two players in that Tottenham team, and it goes to show as to why they're all the way up there in third place. And they have the most goals out of every team in the Premier League with 18. So Wolverhampton has the most clean sheets with 4. Aston Villa is second with 3, and so is Chelsea with 3. Southampton as well has 3 clean sheets. Arsenal has 2. Leeds has 2. Leicester 2. City 2. West Ham 2. So there you go. Big ups to the boy Moyes. And the assist leaders, we have Harry Kane with 8, Jack Grealish with 4, John McGinn with 4, Aaron Cresswell with 3, James Rodriguez with 3, Che
James.
Adams. Huh?
James?
James Rodriguez. I like it.
Che Adams with 2, Stuart Armstrong 2, Robert Firmino 2. Actually, now that I brought this name up, we'll get into hot topics. And I just got one just from looking at this. Brought to you by Hot Pocket. No, I'm just kidding. I'm telling you, I really want to be able to say that one day. Come on, Nestle or Hot Pockets, whoever can give me the ability to do that. Roberto Firmino, is he injured at the moment?
No.
Would you be able to know the difference if he was or wasn't?
Exactly. That's my point, because Diogo Jota is not a striker, if I stand corrected. But Klopp has him playing as a false 9 in a sense.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing though. Like, people need to understand that Firmino is actually not a striker.
He's a center
He's
forward, isn't he?
He's an attacking midfielder, bro. That happens to be a fault that they play false 9 because he played false 9 in Brazil before as well. But he's not necessarily a striker, bro. He's like a 10.
But he's played striker for Brazil as well, though.
Yeah, because we had no choice.
Good old.
Just saying, he's not naturally. He's not naturally. Yeah, we were playing. Remember, we had Fred, bro. Not the Man United Fred, the original Fred. Yeah. Wow.
The Mohamed Salah lookalike.
Yeah.
Well, but my point is, well, then if you're gonna put him to his natural position, which is an attacking midfielder, so is Diogo Jota. So being on the bench, should Firmino be worried that Diogo Jota is, doing what he's doing right now? He's scoring goals. He's actually seems to be more clinical scorer than Firmino can be at times. As much as I love the no look, score goals and stuff, but
and the teeth, the fluorescent teeth.
Yeah. But is it me, or am I wrong in saying that Diogo Jota is putting a little bit of pressure on Firmino there?
Absolutely. But that only benefits them, though. You know what I'm saying?
Say again?
I said that only benefits Liverpool, that he's putting pressure on Firmino, because, it is only going to make Firmino want to be more hungry. Then what happens when he starts scoring? And we got an even bigger problem. And I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I got you.
But wouldn't you drop Mo Salah before you drop Firmino?
I don't know. Would you?
I would.
I don't know.
Mo Salah is up there in the scoring leaderboard with seven goals. Yeah, some might be penalties or whatever, but he's putting the ball in the net. Sadio Mane is there with him as well, so that two-headed dragon is still doing something. As much as I still don't like to give Salah credit because I don't think he's that great, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I don't know. If you take out Salah, would you put Jota on the wing?
God no. I mean,
No,
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I'm just trying to
Oh,
gauge what Sal would do in that
I'd
incident.
I'd put Firmino in Salah's spot.
And you think you would get the same productivity?
I think you would.
Well, I'd
it's
be
interesting.
interested to see that.
Yeah.
Um, so to the next one, if I can find the thing here. All right. So Gareth Bale scores in the 2-1 victory when they hosted Brian Hove and Albion. Um, and Jose Mourinho has joked that he's looking forward to seeing the reaction of the Madrid press after Gareth Bale came off the bench to score the winning goal in Sunday's 2-1 win over Brighton. Is it too early to be joking? Or, is it just something that we should have expected coming from the great one, Jose Mourinho?
It's way too early to be joking, bro. Mourinho is so shameless. It's ridiculous. You're gonna hit up the Madrid media after the golfer comes off the bench against Brighton to score a goal, and then you're gonna take shots at the media. These are the reasons that I love Jose though, because he doesn't give a damn. But yeah, you guys complained about him all this time, and my guy's coming off the bench with a man bun, scoring big time goals off the bench against the mighty Brighton, one of the best Premier League teams of the century. Come on, Jose. You know he's just trolling though, bro. Any
Well,
win
yeah,
that he can take, he's
Yeah.
gonna take
because he says here, so I'm very pleased for him, but
it.
very pleased especially for him because he deserves that. When I have 5 minutes, I'm going to Safari to look at Madrid websites to see what they say. Um, and it's funny though because they did have something to say. I don't have those headlines with me at the moment, but supposedly it made even bigger fire because he scored off a pass that was made by Sergio Reguilon.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
another Real Madrid
yeah.
former player. And I'm still confused. I keep forgetting to look it up, but I'm not sure. Sal, was he loaned to Tottenham?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no, or it's a buyback. It's a buyback, right?
Reguilon.
Yeah. It's a buyback clause. It is a buyback
Yeah,
clause. It is a buyback clause within the next 3 years.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right. So he was transferred. All right. Cool. I gotta put that into my brain. Um, and yeah, and so I think, well, for one, it's funny, but for the second point, Mourinho was totally correct. He knew. I feel like as soon as Gareth scored, he already had that thought cross his mind. He was just like, Madrid
Yeah.
press is gonna go crazy. He's like,
He pulled out the notepad.
yeah. He's like, let me write this one for the post match conference or interview. So yeah, that was kind of funny. Made me laugh, and he still knows how the Madrid media works. So they said he took a dig at them. That's not really a dig when you know it's gonna happen. Am I right? Like if it's something you know is gonna happen, is it really a dig?
Yeah, but everything's a dig these days.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, you have mustard on your shirt. Oh, he came out and said that the director of football purposely puts mustard on his shirt because he's disrespecting something, and then they make it. You know what I'm saying? This is how easy it is, bro.
The funny thing about that, I really thought I had mustard on my shirt. I'm
Oh,
like, no.
sorry, man. I was just trying to show how petty
Yeah, I
it
know,
is.
I know, I know, I know. But you sold it so well. I'm like, oh, I was like, that's embarrassing.
Sauce man.
Um, and then I had two other points. Pogba says that he blames the loss on him. Can we blame the full loss on him, or is he just saying that because the fact that he's the one that caused a penalty that ultimately ended in the 1-0 defeat?
I guess I kind of gotta save my opinion on this for
Okay.
later. For later, but I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
yeah. Um, I don't. It's kind of tough. I mean, it is kind of his fault. You feel me? But you you can't just point to that one time in the game to say why we lost, because we had opportunities to that first 45 minutes they came out like Arsenal was freaking a third division club. You know what I mean? And Arsenal came out like, yo, we came to Old Trafford to win. Y'all boys are asleep.
Yep.
So that's a obvious reason to or excuse to say why we lost. That first half was terrible. But again, though, I mean, he is at fault, but I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, I'm with Jay. I mean, I wouldn't blame him at all. He's just trying to take fault so that blame doesn't get thrown elsewhere at that point. He's just trying to take blame on himself, that he's always been taking the blame for whatever happens at United at this point. So
yeah, absolutely.
Why not just say, yeah, it's my fault? Just have them, be like, oh wait, he's actually taking the blame. What the fuck is going on? So
now what do we do?
Yeah, because I've been reading that there's a lot of talk that this is kind of solidifying that he's done at Man United.
But you see, it's so crazy. He's done. So what are they saying? Oh, he doesn't want to be there, so he tackled my man in the box on purpose. It's just like, oh, so he gets criticized, and it's just ridiculous. Like, bro, the dude played in Italy. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's dealt with his fair share of criticism. You know how racism is in that country. So like, it's just, I don't know what it is about the kid that they love to pick on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to insinuate anything like that because, that's just not how I do things. I like to get all the information at hand first and then make a decision based off that. But it just doesn't make any sense. He's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He's never been in trouble outside of the field, but he gets treated as though he's a criminal or he's a bad teammate or he's a problem child, It's weird.
Gotcha. All right, with that, we move on, and that was your segment of Hot Topics. Brought to you by
nobody.
Yeah, by
unfortunately.
Nobody. Yeah.
You guys had to ruin my fun, man. Dang.
No, but you got to tag that at the end. Brought to you by nobody. We don't want any lawsuits. Hey!
So now we move. Take it over, Jay.
Oh, snap. It's your new favorite segment or part of Field Talk, and it is For the Dub. And this will probably be my last time explaining it, just in case, because this is the second For the Dub. But what we do is is it the third For the Dub? Oh, yes! Shout out to Sal. Sal for the second For the Dub, holding it down because I wasn't here. My apologies, Sal. But yeah, so basically we recap the week, find out who did it for the dub and who didn't do it for the dub. And this is going to be a hard one for me, but I give credit where it's due. And we're going to go into it right now. So, and I hope you guys have some for the dub and not for the dub players as well, because you're supposed to be full on participation. But if you don't,
I totally did not know that. So.
I bet you didn't. Anyways, all right. So for this week, my person who did it for the dub, and I'm talking about he did it for the dub, and that goes to my man Thomas Three Lung Party. I'm talking about this guy was everywhere. 3 lungs. I mean, he had the clamps on my whole midfield, on my whole team. It was ridiculous. He was spreading on my team like COVID. It was nuts. It was like COVID-20 out there. Thomas Party doing it for the dub. The guy was freaking immense, colossal. Here are some numbers just to go ahead and back up my for the dub selection. Thomas Party, game by the numbers, brought to you by my man Statman Dave. 100% long pass accuracy, 100% aerial duels won, 93% pass accuracy, 11 ball recoveries, 3 successful take-ons, 3 tackles won, 2 interceptions, 2 fouls won. Is that not doing it for the dub? That man did it for a whole country on that field, man. Thomas Three Lung Party for the dub. Do you guys have any disagreements with that? Any disagreement with Thomas Party getting for the dub this week?
Not at all.
No, the octopus did well.
Yes. And now, which is usually my favorite part of for the dub, is to tell you the person that didn't do it for the dub. Normally it comes with jokes and laughs, but this is hard for me today. And the person that didn't do it for the dub, Paul Pogba. What are you doing, Paul? What are you doing out there, fam? We are in this game. We're coming back. We have opportunities. You see freaking Hector Bellerin dressed up like Super Mario in his teenage years. I don't know. He looked like an Italian delivery guy delivering pasta. He was late. I'm not sure exactly what that was about. Whatever. I was feeling it. I like the tucked in shirt with the wristbands and the one mustache and no beard type of deal, or the little beard stubble. Whatever Bellerin was doing. It's about Pogba. What are you doing out there, fam? It is a close game. It's 0-0. We need all the points. Pogba steps in on Bellerin, gives up the penalty, and we lose. Paul, I love you to death, man. I love you. We need you on that team, but I need you to be worried less about your haircuts and more about the basics of the game, bro. We need you, big dog. You didn't do it for the dub, and I hope that this is the last time that I'm talking about you not doing it for the dub. Anybody disagree on Paul Pogba not doing it for the dub?
No.
He did not do it for the dub, and he should immediately leave Manchester United.
Okay, yeah, that's wild.
Over here trying to pick him up for his club.
Right, exactly. I already seen Young Leg in the freaking comment on Twitter the other day talking about some. Oh, I can't wait till Zidane gets Pogba for free and turns him into what he's supposed to be and all this nonsense. Yo, Young Leg, I love you too, bro, but you will definitely get thrown into not doing it for the dub on here. All right. But anyways, though, I don't know if my comrades have any for the dub, not for the dub, but if they don't,
I'll take it over.
So let's go.
So again, another shout out to my guy Thomas Partey for the dub. All right, if you haven't listened to the song, go listen to it by Donnell. Look him up. Look him up. He's got a song for Thomas Partey already. It is fire. It is pure fire. Thomas Partey just doing Vieira things I love. And not for the dub. Should be doing more. Patrick Bamford, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick freaking Bamford. Mister, I scored a hat trick the game before, and I couldn't even see the freaking net. Couldn't even find the net. You should be on Arsenal at this point. Can't find the net, bro. Bro, I don't know what you did. I mean, you could have drawn against Leicester, but no, my man. No. Just, championship's waiting for you again, bro. It's there. So, Patrick Bamford, not doing it for the dub.
Round of applause, ladies and gents. That was a great for the dub segment. How do we do this again? There we go.
Fantastic, bro.
So wait, what happened with Bamford? He just missed a lot of opportunities to score.
He was just missing everything, man. He couldn't even fucking find the net, man. And he was getting passes like right in front of his face. Like, wee, look at there you go, bro.
Interesting. Well, that was great. I'm really loving this for the dub.
Me too. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Brought Park by Sauce Man. Sorry, I'm gonna tag that.
Sauce Man sauces coming to your supermarket.
I should probably wear a fake tie, so when I do this, it makes more sense,
Do you know how to tie a tie?
No, actually, I don't. It's unfortunate.
Clip on.
It's hard for me to admit that live. I don't know how to tie a tie, but there is YouTube, so
there is. It's not that hard. You'll learn in 2 seconds. So yeah, that's about it. I guess we'll end it there on for the dub ski. Rest in peace. That's what she said. But for the dub.
Wait, what?
Whoa, where is that going?
What do you mean? For the dub has taken over.
No, it hasn't.
Wait, you said, rest in peace. Oh, yeah, you're right. For the dub is taking over. What's being said is actually turned into hot topics. So what's being said is not died. It's just hot topics now. Yeah.
Hot topics. Yeah.
Exactly. So we still got what's being said is hot topics.
But rest in peace to the name. How about that?
Yes. Rest in peace to my first baby, what's being said.
As much as I loved saying that's what she said. That was great. So yeah, that concludes Premier League Match Week 7 recap. Thank you guys for joining us. If you watched this all the way through the end, you're a GOAT, you're a legend. Remember, legends never die. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, so you can keep up with all the content that we provide. Recently, it's been on a daily basis, but our usual schedule is Mondays and Fridays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. The podcast goes onto the streaming apps. So if you're on a streaming app, may it be Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Anchor, Radio Public, etc., FM, etc., etc. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going. I don't know. There's a lot of names, but we're on a lot of podcasts. You can find us on a lot of apps. Just type in Field Talk podcast in the search, hit follow, and you'll hear all this delicious content. So with that being said, I pass it on to Jay.
Yes, another one in the books. Field Talk 2020, content, content, content. I love that we're living up to that promise that we started in the beginning. So that's fantastic. Coming at you every single day. You guys already know the vibes. Thanks for Huss for being with us. He is a devoted Field Talk fan, seems like. So we're happy to have you, bro. Anybody else that comes in after or during, love you guys too. Follow my boy at Sal Talk Soccer. Follow me at Field Talk Just _. Follow Bossman at Field Talk _Benzi. Follow us on the Twitter at Field Talk Pod. Follow us on Instagram at Field Talk _. He is doing a lot of pointing in the background. I'm not sure what's going on. Benzema with the, I don't know. Anyways, we are also on
Spotify. Washing machine, he's making the circle for a washing machine. He wants to get something washed.
Clearly, he wants to get something washed. Ruining my outro, but that's fine. You can check us out on all the podcast platforms on Spotify, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Anchor, all that good stuff. The links are in the description below. Sal is also Sal Stradamus, aka Sal Knows. I am also sometimes Bagman, aka the Sauce Man. The Gaffer is also known as the Gaffer, aka the Pride of Hialeah, Florida. We are Field Talk. Peace.
Ciao, people.
Again with the Ducks. And by the way, I just want to say, right, that tonight we're going to be washing those 3 points.